My name is Judy Lee. I'm a Riverside resident and a parent of both, a graduate and a current high school student in the Riverside Unified School District. I've been a member of School Site Council for 3 RUSD schools, and I've been a member of and I'm currently the chair of the RUSD Gate District Advisory Committee. I've been a librarian with UC Riverside since 1980. And all of these are positions I've held for many more years than the one I currently hold with the Save Our Chinatown Committee. Your proposed land exchange negatively impacts history, cultural heritage, and our perceptions of your educational leadership. It is a blatant attempt to get around the court case and prevents anyone else from bidding on a land sale. You can and should consider beneficial public alternatives. And we have members of the audience here. I'd like to know how many of you are here because of your concerns for the destruction of the Riverside Chinatown site. Just stand and raise your hand. Great, thank you very much. A few things. One, by giving the land to the developer for the Jacobs Medical Office Building project, you will destroy a part of Riverside's history and heritage. Not merely Chinese American history and heritage, but Riverside history and heritage. Your history and heritage. Their history and heritage. Our history and heritage. Does the proposed land swap accurately reflect our COE's stated core values? Are you modeling the attitudes and behaviors that you wish our citizens and youth to adopt? Are you setting the kinds of examples you wish them to emulate? Another point. In February 2009, developer Jacobs embarked on an earth-moving work at the Chinatown site for which his employee was cited more than once, and which was also referred to in the newspaper by one Riverside City Council member as a conscience violation. As the legal owner of the property, what was your role in this conscience violation? Did our COA sanction Jacobs' activities that weekend? The case is still in litigation. Proposing this land swap promotes an image of a public agency gone awry, a public agency contemptuous of the legal system, and it conjures pictures of backroom deal-making. Is this the image you wish to promote? Is this the behavior you wish to model for others to follow? Consider a memorial park alternative with direct links to the California Citrus State Historical Park and the Jensen El Dorado Ranch. Consider an option that would probably promote local history. Consider an option that would promote collaboration among our educational institutions and local groups like the Save Our Chinatown Committee, or the Riverside County Mexican American Historical Society, or the Japanese American Citizens League. These are the kinds of cooperative endeavors that constituents like educators and the Heritage Consortium would appreciate and support. And finally, it is not too late to act with vision for the benefit of public education. Act with vision. I urge you to reconsider carefully and to vote no on this land exchange proposal. And I thank you for your attention. I have comments to deliver to you, and if the next speaker would please come up. Appreciate that.
The next speaker is Dr. Sherston.
My name is Dr. Sherston Lyon. I'm a professor of history at Cal State San Bernardino. I also represent the Anthropology and Archaeology Department at Cal State San Bernardino. I'm the coordinator of our Public and Oral History program, and I supervise research with our students on historic preservation, tourism, and economic development. I'm also a member of the National Council on Public History, and I guide national conversations about best practices in historic preservation and other things related to public history and preserving our heritage. I'm also a member of the National Trust for Historic Preservation and have been in the past a commissioner of historic preservation. I know that the issues that you're dealing with very well. I would like to say, do the right thing. But if doing the right thing were enough, we would not be here today. If doing the right thing were enough, we would not have court cases that tried to demand historic preservation values be followed. Certainly we have laws in place that would protect the site in question today. There are national laws. The National Historic Preservation Act demands that sites that are related to events important in local, national, and regional histories be preserved. Federal highway laws are the strictest of all of these. When there is an option to preserve a site, it must be pursued. No questions asked. In this case, these certain laws may not necessarily apply, but they should guide your decisions. The site of Chinatown is eligible and has been listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It qualifies for a couple of reasons. It is related to national events important to the nation, not just to Riverside. This is not that small. This is not just a local issue. This is an event and a site that's related to our nation's story. Chinese immigration and Chinese immigration history has absolutely, definitively defined our citizenship laws in this country. Citizenship laws being debated over immigration today all harken back to immigration history in California with Chinese immigrants. It is of fundamental importance to our national history and to our understanding of civil rights, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, and our citizenship. This is not a small issue. This is not a Riverside issue. This is a global issue. The second way that sites must be preserved is if they promise to yield information important in the future. This site promises to yield incredible information for the future. Already, information has been dug up from this site that demonstrate a global economy that became a part of the Chinese immigration experience in California. And we need to know more about this in our global economy and in our global world. We need to know more. We desperately need to know what is in this site, and we need to do it in a systematic and scientific way. Laws are not enough. Court cases are not enough. Preservation laws are on our side. Morality is on your side. Educational principles are on your side. Please uphold those principles. I have a letter signed by students of the anthropology and history clubs at Cal State San Bernardino. They're desperately interested to see you demonstrate leadership and guidance in this matter, and to see if you can uphold the principles and the best practices in preserving our history. I'd like to submit that letter to you now. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll give those to the secretary.
Next, Mr. Hahn.
I just wanted to read a letter from someone from outside of Riverside because this concern over the Chinatown site has extended beyond our borders. This is from Don Chan of San Francisco. Dear members of the Board of Education, I'm writing primarily as an individual, but also as a former board member of the Chinese Historical Society of America. And I want to encourage you to back off from the very short-sighted and insensitive plan to give away the historic site of Riverside, Chinatown. The value of the site as a memorial to the life and times of the Chinese in America cannot be overstated. And actions to plow that over and cover it under concrete is not only poor vision, but insulting to a large percentage of people who have contributed so much to the growth and development of this country, despite having been victimized and persecuted by that very same government and society. Your plan to take this site and wipe it from the memory of the people of Riverside and the rest of the county is unconscionable, and for what? It doesn't get you any closer to building the structures you need for the students you serve. It is only a land speculation move for some potential future appreciation. Is this what your district is about now? Please rethink this and make the more important choice of respecting our past, educating our young generation about the history of injustice and determination in our country. The struggles of all groups of people who came and made America what it is today. Don Chan, San Francisco. Thank you.
First, thank you for allowing me to speak this morning. I couldn't be here right at 9 o'clock because I'm a professor at UCR and I was teaching my Introduction to Archaeology course. In that course, we use an introductory textbook that's widely used throughout the country. It features a section on the Riverside Chinatown archaeological site and talks about its importance and its significance to this country. It is, in fact, really a textbook example of a very important archaeological site. Again, my name is Scott Fettick. I'm a professor of anthropology and archaeology at the University of California, Riverside. I'm here today as a citizen of Riverside, a professional archaeologist, and a member of the Save Our Chinatown Committee. I want to express my strong opposition to your shameful proposal to swap the Riverside Chinatown archaeological site for a parcel of land in Moreno Valley. This is a blatant attempt to avoid the legal restrictions on declaring the property as surplus and going through the proper channels to offer it to interested parties. The developer who will benefit from this shameful act, Doug Jacobs, has clearly demonstrated his intent and desire to destroy the Chinatown archaeological site. This destruction would be the direct consequence of your action. Why do you seem intent on this destruction? Members of the Save Our Chinatown Committee have met on 2 separate occasions with the Deputy Superintendent of Schools and with the Superintendent of Schools to try to resolve this issue. We have, and still do, offer to work with the Office of Public Education to find a buyer for the property who will work with us to establish a Chinese Cultural Heritage Park on the property and to preserve the archaeological site for future generations. Please, stop working for the benefit of the developer and start working with the concerned citizens of Riverside County to preserve a cultural resource of local, county, state, and national significance. Thank you.